Well, hello everybody once again. 60 Minutes to Lose, the show where we play a game for 60 minutes and make blanket statements about it afterwards. We did one episode today on the NES, and I was feeling peachy enough to do another one before I go to bed here. So this will be a nice little evening time episode of Afterburner 2. A little quiet. I wonder if I can... Oh, wait, I know what I can do here. Don't adjust my computer levels, adjust my sound card's levels there so I can hear better. Alright, what do we got here? Option. Level? Easy? You know what? I'm down for easy. Music maximum power? Sure. How about controls here? Oh boy, you look at that. Up and down, keep that to normal there. Trigger type 1, we got fast, missile, and slow. I assume you'll only need fast and missile. I don't know what slow could possibly do for you. Anyway, we played Afterburner 1 on the Master System, and it was a terrible, terrible version that I wish to never play again. So, let's see if Afterburner 2 on the Genesis is any better. My goodness, I appear to just be automatically firing. Okay. Yeah, I'm just auto-firing. Is that supposed to be part of the game, or am I being bamboozled by something here? Well, immediately it is a much smoother game than Master System Afterburner, although you would have to assume that that would be just about guaranteed, you know? Oh, look at that. Avoided certain death there. Yeah, this is true Genesis power now. It's a shame that Nintendo stole the name Nintendo Power. Because boy, Sega sure could have used that. Sega Power Magazine, they would have surely won the console war if that were the case. Make no mistake though, Sega did quite well. So a little bit of revisionist history that people believe that Nintendo beat them by a large chunk. I don't know if I'm actually like destroying anything, but I must be. Alright, refuel, reload weapons. Yeah, give me those missiles back, baby. I am just really wondering what the point of even having firing buttons is now. Oh, I see. You automatically fire that. Okay, an A and C makes your plane go fast or slow. Okay. I get it now. That makes sense. I don't know what he's saying when I'm locking on to ships here. All I know is I don't feel like I'm actually destroying much. I feel like I'm kind of whiffing past everything and just kind of flying past the opposition. At least I can dodge missiles in this game, you know. I couldn't in Master System Afterburner. Yo! So that immediately makes it a better game. Uh-oh. Except I did get hit there. That was admittedly my own fault, though. Like, I kind of saw that one coming, and I just opted to do nothing. So what's happened since this morning when I gave you all the updates here? I like to, you know, keep people in on my own personal life, mostly because it's the easiest thing to rant about. It's been okay, you know? I watched The Amazing Spider-Man last night, the Andrew Garfield one. You never hear people talk about Andrew Garfield Spider-Man, so I was a little worried that it would have been terrible, but it wasn't. It was actually pretty good. I was moderately impressed with how it turned out. And then tonight, we always watch a movie on weekend nights. Me and my wife. Saturday night is a movie. Sunday night's a movie, and we each get to pick one on the condition that the other person cannot complain about it. Which, it's been working out so far. Because, obviously, we don't want to make it a miserable night, so we don't make any spite picks either. Because that won't make anybody happy. Everyone's going to be miserable if you do the spite pick. So I picked Amazing Spider-Man last night. Because I still haven't seen the new Spider-Man. And she was like, well, I want to see all the other ones first. I was like, okay, here we go. So we've just been watching all Spider-Mans. I never watched Spider-Man 3 until, like, last week was the first time I saw it. I see now why it is critically panned, but it's also kind of a lovable mess of a movie. So next week will be Amazing Spider-Man 2 for me. Her movie this week was Almost Famous. I found the extended cut. Oh my god, I'm getting shot down here. Shot down in stage 7 is my game over. Of course I'll use that continue though. Come on. Almost Famous, it was good. It was good. Now, being the smug millennial that I am, I don't put 70s rock music on the same pedestal that a lot of other people my age do. Or even younger than me, honestly. I think a lot of it is okay, and that's it. But it was a good movie about, you know, just the lifestyle in general, the attitude, all of it. I enjoyed it. The hippies notwithstanding. Oh my god, I'm getting destroyed now in stage 7. This is clearly where the game really picks up its pace. That, and I'm kind of only halfway paying attention to it, you know? Bonus stage. Oh, gotta blow up everything on the ground without blowing myself up, which I did. You even... Hold on now. I'm calling shenanigans there. You shouldn't lose a life on a bonus stage. Oh my god, the bonus stage is harder than the normal stage. A bonus stage should be just that, a bonus. And if you die in the bonus stage, that should be the end of it. Like, they say, okay, no more points for you. You screwed up the bonus stage. You don't deserve anything else. But Afterburner disagrees, clearly. Oh my god, come on. I feel like I'm being chased by this missile, and I'm very nervous about that. I should probably just also be like spamming missiles at all opportunities. Cause like, it's use them or lose them, right? And then you just kind of refuel when you refuel. So yeah, you know what? I don't have a lot of hits, is what I'm noticing. I'm not incredibly potent. Oh, there we go, there we go. It's 12 hits. Stage 10. I'm still living. But yeah, no, good movies. Almost Famous is probably, you know, a better example of a quote-unquote good movie than The Amazing Spider-Man. If we're talking about objectivity here and the overall quality of a film, yeah, sure. I'll concede to that. But superhero movies, you know, they kind of got to be graded on a different curve. If you're trying to compare a Spider-Man movie to, say, Raging Bull, it's probably not a fair comparison. Or like saying, hey, I thought that Nightcrawler was better than Black Panther. It's like, it probably is, but they're totally different types of things too, you know? It's like trying to compare, oh man. This isn't going to work because oh man, I'm getting destroyed. This analogy isn't going to work because video games are a fairly lowbrow form of entertainment to begin with, but, I was going to say, it's like comparing, like, Fortnite to, like, Homeworld 2 or something. It's grade them on different curves, but to try to say that one is better than the other is like comparing bicycles and wristwatches. Prefer that to apples and oranges because apples and oranges are both fruit. They can still be compared. So I have a lot to learn about Afterburner is what I've learned here because that was really terrible. Whoa, Sega Mega Drive 16-bit speed visual. Whoa, hold on. They're gonna love me for this one. I gotta get to the hyphen first. Looks like they give me as much time as I need to enter my name here. I'm gonna go full-blown on the Sega marketing here. You can't just tap it, you gotta kind of hold it. Blast! Oh, wait, no, hold on. Backspace. With the exclamation point, just like drive. That denotes blast processing. In case you didn't get that one immediately there. Control pad, credit 3. Man, I feel like I could give myself more credits. Like, say, hey, Give me even more. Oh, I'm gonna put in the secret cheat code. Here we go. Nothing happened. I tried. I feel like your regular machine guns don't do anything in this game. Like, oh, right there they do, sure. But once you start shooting at enemies that are a little bit further away from you, the game says, good luck. You're not going to get anything done. So, how about we just focus on avoiding things when we can. Or maybe... Oh! I accidentally did the barrel roll. I was going to say, maybe you're purely supposed to use missiles for things that are far away. Like, maybe I'm just playing the game wrong. It's been known to happen. You'd think I'd know a little bit more about Afterburner, you know? I'm almost 30 years old. Come on. I say that as if it's some great milestone. Older than I was. I don't feel like I'm getting very many hits still, though. Okay, I got a hit there, got a hit there. It's one of those games where, like, you can't focus on killing stuff because you really just gotta focus on staying alive. That's where things become very important. But I didn't lose any lives there, which is good, because otherwise I'd feel real bad about myself. Can you just, like, spam rockets all over? So I hit 6, hit 7 there. Well, not hit 7, but had 7 total hits. And see, I was too focused on trying to shoot things coming my way, and I wasn't dodging, and as a result, I got knocked right out of the sky. You gotta think that dodging is more worth your time. Like that right there? Oh, man, look at that. That was a lot of hits right there. Is that what you gotta do? Just line them up in your radar and then let them missile rip? Oh my god, come on. The barrel rolls are neat, but they're not helping me on a tactical level. I'm sure there's a point where they do. I'm just happy that the game, you know, runs at a stable frame rate. Oh my god, doesn't matter then. I don't know. I may have to concede to the fact that I'm not an Afterburner kind of guy. Like, I would probably rather play Space Harrier, and I'm already not a huge fan of Space Harrier. I prefer my shoot-'em-up games to be on a vertical or horizontal plane. I prefer to not have to utilize the Z-axis as much as I am right now. And there we go. I'm already using a continue on stage 4. Look at this terrible player. The worst gamer has entered the building. I don't even like the term gamer. It makes my skin crawl every time I have to use it. All you nerds who have made gamer culture out to be heavy respecters of women and minorities. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. It's the opposite of that. You make me disappointed to be associated with you. Respect those around you. I know. What brought this on? Nothing. Just, you know, a decade of being more or less... Hold on. I'm trying to dodge here. Just a decade of being more or less like disappointed by other people in my set of hobbies for pretty much consistent reasons. Oh, hey, maybe if you'd focus on playing Afterburner a little more, then you wouldn't have that problem. Yeah, well, maybe I'll just hold down the speed button the entire time I play. How about that? We'll go as fast as possible, and then I'll never die again. See? I'm alive. Oh, God. Stay away from that guy, though. No! When I said I'll never die again, I of course was trying to let you in on a little prank there the whole time. I'm trying to hold down slow to see if I can get behind the plane, but Afterburner don't work like that, apparently. All Afterburner experts tell me what I'm doing wrong. And then tell me in the comments, and then say that you're never going to watch my show again because I played Afterburner 2 at a grade school level. Possibly a sub-grade school level, actually. Might be more fair. Like, what did the grade schoolers do to deserve being slammed into my horrible little corner of the world here? Yeah, I'm not doing well. Had to go that way to avoid what was shooting at me. Go this way to avoid what's over there. Oh my god, they're everywhere. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like the slightly more methodical games. Oh, there we go. Bonus stage. Let's see if we can game over in the bonus stage. Yep. Well, we died once. I don't know if that was necessarily a game over, but it's nothing to be proud of. That's for certain. I'm sure the arcade version still looks much better than this, but man, it's jarring just seeing these giant chunky rock sprites all over. That's how few missiles I used there. Do I just go total spam town this time? Do I just keep mashing that missile button? Oh my god, get that thing away from me. Nope. It only works if you have something locked on, obviously. You'd think I would have figured that out a long time ago. My god, I have one continue left. I'm doing worse than I was last time, I think. Get away from me. I'm flying directly into him now. All I can do is apologize, you know? Look, I'm sure this game was great back in the day. But, maybe we leave the past in the past. No, that's not true, because there are a bunch of fantastic games from way back when that I have found great enjoyment with. But, you know, not everybody has to be an Afterburner guy. There are a great many YouTubers who adore Afterburner with all their heart and soul, and I'm incredibly happy for them to find such joy and love with such a chaotic game. I'm playing a little bit better now. Like, just the slightest amount better. Oh my god, and then I knew I was going to get shot down there. Still in stage 10. I feel like I'm scoring more points than I did on the last run, though. I think I'm just, you know... I'm shooting more planes down than I was in the last one, probably. Oh, there I go. That's it. 500... No, it's 5 million, not 500,000. Get the proper number of zeros there. And I did do better. Look at that. Blast is way down there. Mega Blast. Well, what's my name going to be now? It's only real gamers will know this one. I am Spleen. Shout out if you're a real gamer with a spleen. I mean, I dig the fancy 2 that comes rolling in here, you know. I find myself drawn to wanting to check the options more, and then I'm like, there's no reason for that. You know that the only options are slightly changing the controls. And, making the game harder, which you don't need right now. See, like, I feel like your normal guns just don't do anything against them, and they probably don't. I probably gotta target them like that, and then shoot them down. Now this I can deal with here. Look at all those hits I got like that level there. I'm already at, 1 billion trillion points. That's what happens when you play the game properly. You get 1 billion trillion points. Let off missiles whenever you can, you know? That's the strat. As long as you've got someone in your crosshair, shoot the missiles. Dude, 25 hits? Yeah, see, I've never done that well here already at this point. Oh, baby. There we go. And then we refuel. We get our missiles back. We're already at 2 million, and we're only at stage 3. It doesn't give you all of your missiles, as I have just now learned. Oh, but look at all those hits. Yeah. You gotta pretty much just, like, have recovery stages and then have point stages, you know, because inevitably, if you're playing at a decent level, unlike me, you're gonna be using up all of your missiles. And then you're going to just say, okay, I'm not going to use any right now because I just need to get back up. Get back in the saddle, as it were. You have all just heard the Aerosmith Back in the Saddle intro. Oh, no, I died. I was hoping to stave off the dying for a little bit longer, but not a big deal. What's a little bit of death to an afterburner professional? Oh my god. Well, that I just didn't dodge that one. That was pure negligence at its finest. Yeah, what if I can just get points from shooting the bushes? How great would that be? Oh. You gotta be able to lock on, but you also gotta be able to dodge. It's, you know, it's what we call a game of great skill. Ignore everything that I said. This is a thinking man's game, and it's the best Sega game ever. With that, we'll use our continue at stage 4. Like the pitiful piece of garbage I am here. Dude, what does it look like to be good at Afterburner? Like, now I'm curious. I'm like, if you're at the peak of your game, a young man in his prime, playing Afterburner at the level that you would expect a young man to play it at, just how hype would that be? But look at this! I'm getting so many points. Stage 5, almost to 5 million already. We're gonna do it. We're gonna set a new high score here for sure, because I'm finally understanding the basic structure of this game. Which is to be blown up by the enemy rockets. But see, I was kind of hoping that something like this would happen, because then I'll find whole new ways to appreciate the game, and then I'll enjoy recording the rest of the episode. It wouldn't be the first time that it's happened with the game. That was unfortunate, though. That was rather poorly done. It's like you gotta almost use the audio cue of the lock-on sound to determine when you're gonna fire the missile. Oh my god. I just wish I knew what to do with these guys, because these are real annoying. Oh my god. I keep trying to do like the counterclockwise dodge thing, and it seldom pays off for me. It's okay, we have lots of missiles now. Just try to focus on shooting the things in front of you. Jesus, I don't need you. Get away from me. Thank you. The enemy! Yeah, there he is. The good old enemy. Who can forget about him? Oh my god, too many rockets. Too many. But what did I tell you, though? That's a high score easily. What? I got hit by something? I thought for sure I would have made it out of there slightly intact. Nope. Again, balancing offense and defense seems to be exceptionally difficult here in the magical world of Afterburner. Also, making turns in the bonus stage is far more difficult than it should be. Using that continue here is a miserable thing indeed. Like, I'm not even getting hit bonuses here. You gotta move very, very carefully to not die. Like, I'm serious, man. The bonus stage is harder than the regular stage. Now I have Just a couple more chances. Oh my god, these things. Well, that's the first time I've been hit by one of them. 7 million, though. Destroying our previous high score. It's like I'm not having the most fun with Afterburner, but it is also convincing me that everybody should own a copy. You know what I mean? Where you're like, yo, it's like I'm not going to necessarily sit down and play Wii Sports either, but I feel like it should at least be on my shelf. Game over. But look at that! Look at that! Above spleen! Just a bunch of Z's. I don't know what else to call myself. Just 1 second. I gotta check something on my second monitor here. Yeah, okay. I have checked what I need to check. You know, sometimes I get just a little bit sidetracked by the world around me. May as well do it in between runs of Afterburner 2, though, right? So what makes it Afterburner 2? What's so different about this compared to Afterburner 1? You know, probably different level layouts. Do I have to have completed Afterburner 1 to understand the story? Because if so, that explains why I'm so confused. Okay, just take level 1 easy here, you know? Don't get too lost in your own sauce here. Just focus on shooting down the minute amount of enemies that come at you. And you'll be okay. More missiles than I was expecting there. Okay, you can in fact waste missiles. Man, it would be so much easier if you could just like spam the missile button and it only shoots if you're locked onto something. Probably also, you know, take a lot of the skill cap out of the game. People would probably be like, oh, why'd you do that, Sega? Patch that back in right now. Now anybody can be good. I got in this kind of strange discussion with somebody about inclusivity in video games, and they were saying how The Last of Us 2 should have a no zombies option because it's too scary otherwise, and had me thinking, yo, at what point is it no longer the same game though? Like, inclusivity is nice and all, but you can only change so much about a game until you've made a different game. In which case, you know... Oh, come on. Shut me down again. I'm doing poorly. But what else is new? But in which case, you know, we have to just kind of accept that not all games are for all people. Like, inclusivity options should be stuff that, like, allow people with, like, color blindness to play, turning on, like, epilepsy modes, stuff like that. Just, like, basic things so that people with a conditions can enjoy it. But like if you're talking about making a horror game not scary anymore because some people can't take scary games, it's like, well, yeah, that's right, some people can't, and they should therefore play a different game completely. Like, imagine if they made a cut of Friday the 13th that removed all of the killing because some people don't like killing on screen. It'd be like, it's a different movie. You can't really edit that out because or else you have a shell of what made the movie the movie. Oh no, I'm out of missiles. I've used too many missiles. Now we dodge. Now I'm what I was calling the recovery round. Oh man. I gotta make it to the end so I can refuel. I'm amazed I actually shot something down there. Okay, refuel. Give me all my missiles. You're not gonna. That's a paltry amount. I demand more. But yeah, that's basically where I was at with that conversation. You can't change the complete essence of a game. Like, stuff like an Overgrown, at least I think that's what the game's called, that The game that Obsidian made, where you're basically in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. They added the arachnophobia mode, which just changes the spider out with something else. And, you know, that's fine. That doesn't compromise the integrity of what the game is. It's like, oh, you no longer see spiders, but you're still, you know, a very, very small human being with bugs all around you, and you're in someone's backyard. It's like, that doesn't change what the game is. That's a perfectly fine change for accessibility. Do I think that you could probably suck up and look at the digital spider anyway? You know, I don't mean to be a jerk, but it's possible that most people could probably deal with that, even if they're scared of spiders. But it doesn't kill it. Yo, it'd be like if you took all the gore out of Doom. Oh, wait, it's called the Super Nintendo version. A lot of Doom lately. Like, I've played all of the official Doom WODs, Master Levels, Final Doom, Doom 1, Doom 2. And I am deep in the user-made WODs now. It's a timeless game. Doom 2 is still fun today, especially if you're going through and using a source port where it modernizes things. You get a quick save, you get mouse look, you know, it doesn't take away from the game. I don't think that it cripples the integrity of it at all. You're simply Jesus, there's no avoiding that, is there? You're simply able to play it at a higher level. And man, it's basically unlimited fun. With all of the user-created content out there for Doom, that's been out there since like 1995, and before even, you're not going to run out of content anytime soon. My God, I hate the canyon walls. I hate canyon walls. I hate canyon walls. It's a new high score though, so that's nice. And I still have a continue left, I believe. It's not going to take me very far. Man, I made it to stage 12 once. And since then, it's been... God! How do you get away from that thing? You just gotta keep flying and keep avoiding it? Well, there we go. There's a continue. As I said, wouldn't last very long being there. Oh my God. Here we go. I throw it all away. I wave this game off. No, I'm enjoying it a little bit more now that I'm kind of getting a stronger grasp on it here. For being an arcade style game, which are typically more simple, it really does require a lot to get fully strapped in and know kind of what you're doing. Like this has a remarkably difficult barrier of entry, which, you know, makes it the perfect arcade game because people are gonna destroy their allowance on it. Yeah, I know it's a game over. I know I didn't make it to stage 10 yet again, but I'm still setting higher and higher scores, so who's counting? Dude, how do you only get 10 million points with 1,000 hits? It's a Q that looks like an E. See? Tell me that that doesn't just look like it says lowercase e, uppercase E. And that's the perfect name right there. Man, we really just gotta keep playing this, don't we? I foolishly set the parameters of this channel, and I have to abide by them, you know? I pretty much got the gist of this game after 15 minutes, but this is 60 minutes to lose, not 15. I'm still mildly considering the 15-minute Ancient Atari 2600 series. It has potential, I'll say. But there's a lot of like paddle games that don't emulate well because, you know, I don't have a paddle and it's impossible to emulate the Atari paddle. I mean, you can't even play them with a joystick. Like, I don't think you can play Kaboom if you don't have a paddle. So there's just little things that get in the way of it. Like you'd think that such an ancient system would be easier to emulate, and for the most part, it is. Oh my god! But there's just a couple little things that get you lost in the sauce. To do a Magnavox Odyssey dealio, how would that be for bizarre? Somebody covering all the Magnavox Odyssey 2 games? That would be snoozeville for most people. They'd say, oh my god, who cares about this ancient system? What are you talking about? Get with the times. It was never even big. There were some areas where the Magnavox Odyssey 2 got a decent player base. I think it was relatively big in South America, actually. If you ever need a rundown of the bizarre gaming situation in Brazil, South America in general, Stop Skeletons from Fighting put out a fantastic video on the Zebo. Lots of good information in there from a channel that puts way more effort into their work than me. If you ever need to shout out some quality content that you think people would enjoy watching, feel free to do it. I'm not competing with anyone here. You think that if someone posts a link to a GameSack video in the comments, I'm gonna be all upset? No, of course not. I love GameSack. It's not like they're taking away viewers that otherwise would have been watching me. Oh my god, these missiles! These missiles! Throw my controller across the room! No. I'm not a controller chucker, man. I like to at least pretend I have a little bit more dignity than that. And then we see them all launch. And no hits. That's how useless our pea shooter here is. Note for Afterburner 3, make the main guns a little more potent. Because once you run out of missiles, you're kind of defenseless. Now, my first few runs, I was like, who needs missiles? I don't need them. And then I was like, why aren't I scoring points? Also, I haven't gotten any like extra lives through points either, so it's one of those games where they say, oh, better just get it all done in one go. Oh my lord. Yeah, get me away from the enemy. I don't want him to shoot me down. Getting far away from here. Oh! I thought I could have made it through. I thought wrong. I'm not scoring very many points this time. Stage 7 and just at 5 million. That's not gonna blow any doors down anytime soon, you know? Get away from me. However, blew all them out of the sky. Just gonna... My god, stay away from me. I'm thinking out loud, but I'm thinking very slowly and very simply out loud. Man, I gotta take a long hot shower after this episode. It's like I'm really in the war. Because I'm exhausted and it's no fun and I want to go home. No, I'm not gonna insult Afterburner by saying it's no fun. Again, once you figure the groove out, there's certainly something to be had here. Just, you know, it takes a bit of workshopping. There we go. Good points. I didn't die in the bonus round. That's what we call character development there. Growth as a human being. However, this is also where things become much harder. Let me just hold down the speed button. Whoop. Yeah, hold down the speed button some more, because this missile is looking to make my life hell. How am I not dead yet? Oh my... Whoa. I should be dead right now. I'm not saying I want to be dead. I'm just saying I'm amazed that I survived. Wasn't there like a reality show called that a while? Not I'm amazed to be alive, but it's something like I shouldn't be alive or something like that, where people where people recalled their near-death experiences. I don't know. If it was around, it was probably in one of the many periods where I didn't have access to any actual television. I probably saw it in a meme or something. Or could be it was literally just a meme and not a real show. It could be. What I got left? 2 continues left on stage 10. Well, me oh my. If it isn't the improving man. The man who does gradually better as he continues to play. My favorite Shakespeare play. I'm learning how to balance offense and defense here. I see missiles coming at me. I decide to get right on the throttle and say, there's nothing I can do about that. See ya. Stage 11, Dark Master uses spell Batsu. Tom feels evil power. What does that mean? What are you doing to me? I'm over 8 million points. Can I top off the high scoreboard though? That would really be a treat, right? Knock the CPU off the top spot. Not even a CPU, you know, it's just a pre-programmed high score. Oh my god. I'm still alive. You can sing the Pearl Jam song if you want. I'm not going to do it for you, but you can insert that in. And then you can get copy struck by YouTube as a viewer. How fun would that be? You get copy struck for singing a song while you're viewing something. That's the boring dystopia that we all look forward to, man. Is this how you afterburner? Have I discovered how to afterburner? Nope. Yes! I'm still alive! I've beaten it. I've beaten the prefabricated high score. And I still have a life and a continue left. Which means I'm gonna feel too comfortable with myself and die. I'm gonna be like, oh, I've accomplished so much. Now I can chill out. I wasn't chilling. I was actually trying to get something done there. Oh, another? Did I get an extra life when I hit 10 million points? Is that how kind this game is with its extra lives? You only have to do better than the best player ever. It is incredible how quickly that score goes up, though. Looks like my annual salary, if you know what I'm saying. Oh my gosh, cats. That's some very upset cats out there. I don't know why. You know, cats, they whine for no reason. Oh no, game over. Shame I have another continue. I no longer apologize for my performance because, as I have proven, anybody can improve as an afterburner player. All it takes is a little bit of practice and repetition. You gotta put in the reps if you're gonna get swole. That said, this is probably still amateur hour in terms of points. I don't know how many stages this game has or when it starts to loop. But man, I sure feel good. I guess I thought for sure I would have gone down, and then I did go down right afterwards. Just give me another bonus stage, how about, so I can get some more points. I'm getting slightly better at surviving in the bonus stage. Yeah. And then I realized that I had to move there. Oh man, I have like no more opportunities though. Next time I get hit, I'm down. That's game over. And I have no more missiles. I just wasted them all. I didn't waste them. I used them. Thank you. Oh my god. I was just gonna ask myself, how do I avoid that missile barrage there? And I made it. Holy shit, man. I'm achieving that which I never thought I would achieve. Yeah, get that thing out of the sky. Get a few of these out of the sky, and by a few of them, I mean the majority of them. Yikes. I don't know if, like, holding down slow will give you more chances to get shots off or not. That's it, though. That's the game over. 13 million, though. It's not quite twice as good as I did, but it is much, much better. Feels like an eternity ago when I set the blast high score. By an eternity, I mean like 40 minutes. Okay, wow, well, this calls for my real name. Because this is a score that I can be proud of. I'm better than what is basically the in-game credits. Congratulations, kid. You're gonna go far. But, I still got 14 more minutes to kill, so back in we go. I don't expect that I will be setting any more high scores like that, but I'm glad I got one in. You know? Putting in a good run just makes you feel powerful. As it should. Does anyone know if the Afterburner arcade cabinet used a special joystick or something? Because I can only imagine they had a more elegant solution to aiming than a Genesis D-pad, or in my case, an Xbox One D-pad. Every now and then people ask me if I play on original hardware, and I'm like, well, for one, the controller tracker. For two, how rich do you think I am? I can't afford every single like NES game on cartridge. Or Genesis game for that matter. I wonder what's more expensive, a full Genesis set or a full NES set? Probably the NES, even if we're not counting stuff like the World Championship cartridge, which I absolutely don't count. And if you do, you're a fool. You're like, oh, you don't have a full set unless you have that. Or like stadium events. Oh, I don't see your copy of stadium events, even though it's the exact same thing as a $15 game that you could get easily. Whereas stadium events, man, like, shut up. No one's ever asked me that because I don't claim to have a full NES set. I have a handful of NES games on my shelf. Plan on getting more, though. It's just, you know, I got so many modern games that I keep buying. Like, I've been neglecting my older systems lately, I admit. Maybe I'll get back into the swing of it, doing episodes again, right? Because that's really part of what this whole series is for me. It's kind of like a little buying guide, you know? Try before you buy. You can't exactly get demos of NES games, but you can emulate them for an hour. No one's going to stop you. And then if you like it, get yourself a cartridge and try to actually beat it the hard way. Yeah, no more missiles. I'm probably spamming them a little too liberally at this point now. Now that I know what to do with them, I'm not scared of running out. I haven't died yet. That's kind of remarkable. Oh my god. However. Okay. all of a sudden I get super serious. I'm like, no more talking. I need to play now. Maybe I should have kept talking because then I died. Afterburner Man. Afterburner Man. It's the superhero version. It's just a regular man in spandex, but he's got jet thrusters in his butt. He's like the less dignified version of Ida from My Hero Academia. Or Boku no Hero Academia if you're a filthy weeb who insists on speaking the Japanese names that you can't translate anyway. I'll give you a tip. It translates to My Hero Academia. Behold, my dizzying intellect. When it rains, it pours. What can I say? You die once, and then you just start dying all over the place. Okay. You're gonna bring. You know, I appreciate the digitized voices, but it's man. Once you hit stage 7, you just kind of start eating it, and then you feel a little bit safe directly afterwards for some reason. Like once you get past stage 12, then you get kind of a little lull where you're drawn into a false sense of security. False is right. Good God. Anyway. Been trying to play some more, like a guitar lately. Writing some pretty, dank sludge metal riffs, if I do say so myself. I don't know why, though. I don't really have any plans of converting it into an actual band. Mostly because I am lazy and prefer to not have massive commitments like that. People like to, you know, glorify being in a band and stuff like that. Has been like, oh, that sounds fun. It's like, it is, don't get me wrong, but it's also a massive pain in the ass and a lot of work and a lot of money. A lot of money? What do you mean? What, do you think that songs just record themselves? You think that you got what it takes to just sit down with a digital audio workstation in your bedroom and put down a professional sounding album? You think that you can just haul all of your equipment in your Mazda? Now, man, all takes money. All takes funds. I've been there. Not at an ultra professional like level. I guess you could say it was at a professional level, because I did record an kind of like a mini album with the band I was in with paid professionals, and we did get paid to play shows. So you could say I did it semi-professionally. I still had to work at McDonald's, mind you. But honestly, that's most musical artists. Most bands you like that aren't like stadium level probably have side gigs. Because it doesn't pay. Music does not pay. Anybody who wants to get into music and start a rock band with the express purpose of making money is delusional and is living in the past. It's not gonna happen, most likely. You'll probably spend more money with your band than you will make. And that's not even counting on all of the time that you'll lose. If you're playing shows that are far away from you, you'll be driving for hours and hours and hours. You'll spend many hours in the week practicing, at least if you want to be any good. If you don't want to be a good band, then you can just go ahead and not practice and sound like garbage every time you go in there. And if you're at a certain point where people don't really know you anyway, guess what? It won't matter. You can play a garbage set, because no one is going to stay for your set anyway. This sounds all incredibly salty. It's not. I just, you know, I picked up on some of the bitter truths of playing music in a band a decade ago. And from what I hear, hasn't changed a whole lot unless you're doing something like becoming a pretty big name in your field. 9 million ain't that bad. I mean, it was worse than my last run by far, but that's still my second best run of the night. I don't know how. I felt like I was kind of ignoring it the entire time. How's this for a name? It's DILF. I'm not going to tell you what that stands for because you already know. That's right. It stands for Duck I'd Like to Feed. Oh, and I guess just a few more minutes of flying around in the air because I need to kill time here. But no, I have a huge respect for, you know, the bands that do make it to a reasonable level. I'm not even talking like, oh, we're opening for, like, Metallica and stuff. We really made it. No, I'm not talking about bands that, like, made it to that level. I'm talking bands where it's like, hey, you can tour bars across the country and get a reasonable turnout. Like, heck, even when I saw Nile at a bar. It was not at a, it wasn't at a theater. It wasn't at a purpose-built venue. It was at a music bar. And Nile is like a household name in the world of technical death metal. They had Incantation opening for them, death metal legends. Again, at a bar. It's like, and those are bands that quote unquote made it. Why am I talking about bands instead of Afterburner? Because there's nothing else to talk about with Afterburner, you know? I've exhausted the well. I'm sure that if I spent way more time with it and really sat down and said, I'm going to write a 4-hour essay about Afterburner, I could whip you something up, but it would probably have a lot of side plots and tangents here. I learned from the best, i.e. Action Button. If you've never watched an Action Button review, clear out your schedule. Because you're about to hear information dumps on Japanese exclusive dating simulators for 6 hours. And I'm not exaggerating. Maybe it's only 5 hours, actually. Sorry. Maybe I was exaggerating slightly. Now, those are other people that I appreciate and I salute and take my hat off to. Are the people who just make really, really compelling YouTube content. Like, I make okay content. But let's be real. I'm not putting a lot of effort into this here. I'm setting up a microphone and saying, let's go. All I gotta do is, you know, take a little bit of time out of my other hobbies to allocate into this. It's not that complicated. I'm not giving you insight that you can't get anywhere else. Guys like Action Button. Jesus Christ. Or heck, even GameSack, you know, a lot of time the information that you get on GameSack is pretty superficial, surface level stuff. But the amount of effort he puts in, you know, he records all of his own footage on original hardware with video capture and everything. He does the whole stop motion animation of consoles being ripped apart. It's like, I can't say the dude doesn't put in effort. Same thing with Scott the Woz. People like to clown on him for basically reading off Wikipedia entries in all of his videos, but he does so in a compelling way with strong editing, great sense of humor. There's a reason why those are the channels that get big. You put in effort, you're gonna naturally rise to the top. It's as Macho Man Randy Savage himself says, the cream always rises to the top. Macho Man impersonation, I'll give you that. It's the end of the day. My voice is a little run ragged at this point here. Already did one episode. Talked to my wife quite a bit today. You know, heckled Almost Famous. I didn't heckle it. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll be watching The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and probably Rosemary's Baby this weekend. Either that or I now pronounce you Chuck and Larry. I'm not sure which one she's decided on. I think Rosemary's Baby, though, which she has talked up to me for years, and yet I've never sat down and watched it with her, which is probably why it's on the list. But, you know, I got a full regular week of weekdays to get through before that. That's fine. My weekdays, listen to a lot of music, get paid. I'm saying get paid as if I'm like super proud of my hustle or something like that. No, I do my job at the level that is expected of me, and then I call it a day. Anyway, that's time. Boy, I survived. I survived Afterburner 2. I lived. Wow, that was it's kind of exhausting, actually. There's a lot of burning afterwards. I don't know. My clever sensors are out. The part of my brain that produces clever sayings is long gone. It has decided that we've left the building. But that is Afterburner 2. That's the start of this little July through September release cycle. There's gonna be quite a few Master System repeats here and some stuff that I'm just really not excited about. Like, this is kind of the bummer section before the storm. And then once we hit October 1990, there's a lot of really interesting stuff. And then the Genesis just kind of picks up from there and will give me a lot of really fascinating stuff to play through, I hope. Well, not play through, but, test drive. We test drive games on this channel. On that note, the next game for the Genesis will be Budokan, the Martial Spirit. I don't know what it is. All I can see is that it is produced by Electronic Arts, who also published by Electronic Arts, who also published Sword of Sodan. Ergo, it's terrible. I don't know. Maybe it'll be okay. We'll find out one way or another. But until then, thank you always for watching. I'll catch you next time.